everyone. I'm checking in with presence. Okay.
She's so weird.
Well, today's Beyond Meditation, I think I got very attached to how precious it was and how important it is. And lo and behold, we have this experience. So welcome everyone. Thank you for bearing with us. And we found a solution. Divine grace did step in. And this Thanksgiving is all about anchoring grace. Anchoring grace. That's what this Thanksgiving is about. It's anchoring grace within ourselves. We have had a relationship to grace as something outside of us that we are grateful for, we appreciate, we feel it. And what I was shown is this year is the year where all of those relationships to things that are divine, things that we believe are somehow at a higher level than us, for us to know that they're only there. These things show up in our vocabulary, in our actions, in our thoughts, because they exist within us. So this Thanksgiving is all about anchoring grace. We are in the third of the 4 parts to stepping into flowing with flow. We've done the masculine, we've done the feminine, and today was the child energy that we are going to be working with. And it's the childlike wonder, the childlike curiosity, a childlike creativity, a childlike resolve. If you look at little babies, they aren't quite resolved actually. And they're resolved about their survival. They're resolved about learning, which is about, regeneratively taking in information that is coming to them and coming at them and co-creating something that is even more meaningful to them. And, in terms of flowing with flow, which is what we are working with, we are in the process of removing any obstacles, any barriers that might come in the way of that, any blocks that might come in the way of that. So today's Beyond Meditation, we are going to go through a clearing where we will clear barriers, blocks, obstacles, and bring in a reconnection, a reawakening to the childlike wonder that we hold within us. And we'll get into flow with that. We'll get into flow with all of that. I'm just going to change the security a little bit. So we'll begin with clearing obstacles, barriers, and blocks. For us to clear obstacles, barriers, and blocks, it's quite useful to know what is an obstacle, what is a barrier, and what is a block. A block is, we feel blocked, or we use the terminology that we are blocked when we are stubbornly attached to a prescribed way of doing something. That is when the terminology of block comes in. We use the terminology of barrier when we are trying to move forward looking at a rear view mirror. That is when the terminology of barrier comes into our vocabulary to describe a situation that we may be in. And what happens there is when you're moving forward, looking at a rear view mirror, at best, you will return to where you began, and at worst, you could have a crash, but you won't move forward. Obstacle is a very different kettle of fish. An obstacle is where we put in our way distractions that we classify as discomforting distractions that come in the way of us living our true purpose. That is when we use the terminology of obstacle. I have no idea how to turn this beeping sound when somebody signs in, so we're just going to allow that to occur. So we're first of all going to do a clearing. There are many things that we use these terminologies with. There are many things we use these terminologies with, and we are just going to work with clearing these first, and then we will go and find where in our bodies, and each one will hold it in a different place. Where in our bodies are we holding the childlike wonderment, the childlike genius, the childlike curiosity, the childlike creativity that exists? So just imagine in our circle, right in the center of the circle is a sound bucket. So anytime you hear a sound, just goes sound and it goes into the bucket and it gets taken out of our space. I guess people are picking up the new Zoom ID and logging in, and I don't have a way of turning that off. And I don't want to experiment right now. We are in the flow and I want to keep going. Once we reconnect to the childlike wonderment, we actually step into grace as something that we hold within us. The secret to this infinite creativity that a child has, the amazing leadership qualities that a child possesses, lies in the childlike wonderment, the childlike genius, the childlike curiosity and creativity. So once we get into flow with all of that, we literally land into grace within our bodies. What will occur today is a remembrance of us being grace. So when we appreciate divine grace, when we pray to the divine, you in fact are praying to yourself. You in fact are giving thanks to you. And on this day of Thanksgiving, you are at a cellular level going to emerge into acknowledging and expressing your gratitude and thanks to grace, to divine grace, and that is the divinity within you. And it is getting into a flowing flow with the childlike energy within us that is going to make that happen. So get yourself comfortable. Make yourself comfortable. And ideally, you will have your feet on the ground for this one. If you are sitting cross-legged, then you're going to use the middle of your feet as you're actually going to replace the your knees as the middle of your feet, because we want to have a number of golden cords that connect you to the core of the earth. So imagine that the base of your spine is connected to the core of the earth. It's connected to the core of the earth with a golden cord. The middle of your feet are connected to the core of the earth. And if you are sitting cross-legged, the back of your knees are connected to the core of the earth with a golden cord. Drop your arms on either side of you. Your palms are facing forward. Your fingers are lightly stretched. The tips of your fingers are connected to the core of the earth. And you're going to start scanning your body. And you're actually going to scan your body from the top of your crown all the way down to the base of your feet. And you're going to go in concentric circles. So begin with the top of your crown in the front and the back. Scan everything in between. And in your scanning, you're scanning all energies that no longer serve you. Any excess energies, any other entities, or anything at all. Any other energies that come from sources that don't even belong to you but have been in your field. Any anguish that you might have picked up in any vibrations in the environment, any memories that you have from your childhood or from witnessing some other people's childhoods, where you felt what was playing out was unacceptable and you could not act on it. Those sort of things just lodge themselves in our field and it's difficult to snap out of them. You're going to release all of those into the core of the earth. The golden cords that are connecting the middle of your feet, the base of your spine, and the tips of your fingers to the core of the earth include an alloy. It's an alloy of gold. So it looks like white gold. It has platinum in it and it has diamond crystals in it. It also holds the energy of the Lemurian seed. Now I want you to go ahead and keep scanning in concentric circles. I'm guided to say a little bit more about the golden cords today before we step into the human vibe attunement. So you just keep scanning, go around in concentric circles, work your way down from the top of your head all the way down to the base of your feet. So you'll go to the front of the forehead, back of your head, the front of your nose, the middle of your head, and so on, all the way till the base of your feet. And all you're doing is creating a concentric circle. In you creating the concentric circle, the scanning action occurs automatically. You can take your hands and put them on top of your thighs now and keep scanning, keep scanning, keep scanning. I am placing a very finely cut emerald and ruby mix into the middle of your left palm. And in your right palm, I'm placing opal. The golden cords Usually they just exist as golden cords intertwined into each other. Today, for some reason, there is a plating that has been done with the golden cords. And it's like a French braid. And then in this French braid, I am seeing a color gold. I'm seeing this platinum. I'm seeing the sparkly diamonds. I'm also seeing pink quartz. And I'm seeing an orange citrine. It's a deeper orange than I've known citrine to be. In the center of our circle, imagine all of us here on this call are standing around in a big circle. And in the center of the circle, imagine you have a really huge amethyst geode. And there are 3 such tall arch-like geodes that are there in the center of our circle. We have an amethyst geode. And we also have a geode which has in it pink quartz. And we have another geode which has in it smoky quartz. We have a crystal that is like flat, and it's blue malachite. This blue malachite, to me, it embodies the illumination of the river Ganga. It's a very playful sort of crystal, and yet serene and very beautiful. We are presencing all of these energies. And literally these crystals are beaming out their energies. And they're here because the energy that we find the hardest to release is a memory or several memories of some childhood distress in this lifetime that we may have experienced. A childhood distress, a trauma that we may have witnessed with another child. Those are the things we find extremely hard to release. And we want to transform that for ourselves. We want to go out and help, make a difference to children. And yet when you hold on to that distress, you just, at a vibrational level, it is such a strong vibration that we start attracting more of the same. So we are using the energy of these crystals that are literally beaming out their energies at a cellular level. And I'm actually, my communication now is a nanocellular communication, whereby I connect to your RNA and a DNA level. So we are allowing these energies to go even into our RNA and DNA. And what that does, using the epigenetics methodology, what it does is, one of the very common ailments is inflammation. And yes, inflammation is caused by poor lifestyle choices. But emotional distress keeps that inflammation going. For the longest time, until very recently, I'm talking about like 7 months ago, everything in my body had transformed except my inflammation gene was not switching off. And it was an RNA condition. And that's when I understood, it's some of these emotional pieces that still remain, that continue to cause that distress and keep that inflammation going. And the most powerful way of healing that is using crystalline energy. So give your cells and your nanocells permission to receive this beautiful healing. Beautiful healing from the amethyst, from pink quartz, from smoky quartz and malachite. The amethyst is a very deep violet amethyst from Uruguay. The smoky quartz is a Brazilian one. The pink quartz is from India. Malachite is from my home. You may feel some tingling. You may also experience some pins and needles, especially in the edge of your heel. And there's a particular spot where I'm guided to place a couple of like Japanese acupuncture needles. There's one very specific one that I have used to produce a profound healing that is being placed in a particular spot in your ankles. And it has a little tiny minuscule tray on it. And I'm guided to place some sage, clary sage on it. And I'm just lighting it up. So from that particular spot in your ankle, a very powerful clearing and an uplifting of your vibration takes place. So while you're here in this state, I'm invoking a sound bath. The sound bath is being played out at a frequency that is so high. Some of you who tune into that level of energy will experience it. We have a hang drum built by these amazing artists in Switzerland that is there, that is being played by them in a particular rhythm. We have the Balinese gongs being played by 4 banjars. These are 4 particular villages from east, west, north, and south. They are playing their gongs. And we have the didgeridoos being played as well. And the didgers are being played by an amazing reincarnated inventor of the didge. His name is Julian. He's one of the most amazing sound bath magicians that I have ever experienced. He was in his previous life, he was amongst the team that discovered the didge. And he makes his own. They have a very specific sound that activates the sacral chakra. So many of you would be experiencing these waves of orange. You'll also, some of you, experience a bit of heat just rising up your spine. And Julian switched his didge tune, and it's now going straight into your third eye. I was told the color for Thanksgiving this year is the color purple. So there's a very powerful waves tingling, twitching, vibration that is occurring in your third eye as your pineal recalibrates and heals itself, and you notice that purple hue. And the fourth sound is the sound of drums. And there are about 138 different drums that are being played. And they are being played from 138 different indigenous tribes. Many, many ancestral elders are the ones that are playing it. You're just meant to be there, receiving the vibrations. Just receive the vibe. The gong, the drums, the didge. And there's a fifth sound that is being added, and it is the sound of claps and yodeling. The claps are coming from Spain and Turkey, those cultures. It's an amazing orchestra playing out. Yodeling from Switzerland, Austria, Denmark. And as these sounds are occurring, it's as if each one of you is in the center of this orchestra, and it's playing all around you. And there we are all standing in a circle with these sounds playing around each one of us, encircling us. And there is a sound resonance that gets created in the form of a column of sound in the center of our circle. And this sound that is now coming, reverberating from the center of our circle, going through our bodies, infused by the energy of these crystals. Every cell in our being is being electrified, illuminated, enlivened, and enlightened. And from our cells, it's emanating out, as far out as our holographic presence spreads. Just anchor this in your mind, in your heart, in your gut. Let's do this by getting into a whole brain state. Breathe in 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're anchoring your mind brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. And your left brain and your right brain, all the fractures are gone. You're in a state of, you're in a whole brain state. Notice your cells, they are smiling, they're doing their own happy dance. They're tapping, some of them. Some of them are twirling, taking a bow. And there you are, in your soul presence, witnessing this joyful play and banter of the human form. You're now ready to clear the sufficient healing energy that is now being absorbed by you at a cellular and a nanocellular level. And you're now ready to clear. Just imagine yourself standing underneath a canopy, a rock face canopy. And it's a rock face in the form of an arch. And this arch has got various rock formations. And they are crystalline. They are crystals of the sort that I have found in the crystal caves. They are the colors of all of the 13 chakras coming out of the same geode. Very unusual. And you're standing underneath those, like you would in a cave if you ever went in there. The stalactites and stalagmites, they often, you have droplets dropping over you. And it's like that, you're standing under here and you're feeling slight dampness, but it feels quite a beautiful, pleasurable presence of dew. And there are drops that are falling over you. And they're entering your body. They're entering your body, and really what they are is it's like that cleansing ceremony that is often performed in Bali by Balinese high priests, where they use water to cleanse you and clear you. You can all have experienced that fragrance. It's an exquisite fragrance of a holy flower called champaka. It's got very leathery petals, but it's a divine fragrance. It's as if that flower is infused in this rock face, and those droplets of water that are dropping over your head, allow yourself to receive them. And they're literally washing off all the triggers, childhood and child-related triggers. It could be to do with issues, it could be to do with your own experiences, stuff that you might have witnessed. Having them as triggers does not serve the cause, does not serve you. They're all being released and cleared out of you. And as they're being cleared, these crystals that we have in the center, the amethyst, the smoky quartz, the pink quartz, and malachite, they're releasing their energies even more strongly, turning the volume up. And what I'm seeing is underneath the ground is a tower of tourmaline, which has just come in, and it's helping all that we are shedding and releasing to be taken out of our fields, out of our combined fields, and now out of the orbit of the planet. The clearing has taken place. There's a lightness of being that has stepped in. There is a bit of frolic and fun energy and vibe that is here. There's a happy, clappy feeling that has come in. As you, as a child, get present to the wonder that this world is, the people in it, the experiences in it, the memories that you've had, the wonderment of each of the senses. If you have had your own children or witnessed other babies, the first time that they taste a taste, the first time they hear the sound of words and see their parents getting ecstatic, the first time they hear the sound of themselves crying. It's a wonder associated with all of that. There's a curiosity that we are awakening at a cellular level, at a nanocellular level. There is a presence that you land into. At first, there's all this stuff, wonderment outside of you, until you now embrace it all, embody it all, land within you. Receiving yourself in the wonderment that you are. Just notice your smile. It is so huge and beaming. All those cheekbones are sticking out. Dimples are forming. You can just follow that smile and feel it just go into the depths of every cell, every DNA helix, every strand of the DNA. And we experience an activation of the DNA that you were born with the memory of, never quite achieved it. We are activating it. That enriches, expands, grounds the creative genius that you are. Take a deep breath in, and as you're taking the breath, have that breath go up the front of your forehead, top of your head, the back of your neck, all the way down your spine in towards your tailbone, and breathe out from your heart. So breathe in all the way down to your tailbone and breathe out from your heart. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion, and breathe out playful wonder. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion, and breathe out playful wonder. Just breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out playful wonder. You find yourself standing in the center of a clearing. And it's a magical clearing. The grass is like the Korean grass, very fluffy and wonderful to stand on. You're hearing the children in the distance. You can hear a stream flowing. You can hear the chirping of the birds. And a woodpecker pecking away, a kingfisher pecking too, a bumblebee buzzing away. And a rustling of the leaves as a chameleon just goes from branch to branch, bush to bush, changing its colors. And you notice a gecko looking at you. It looks like it's smiling. And it starts screaming. And you just burst out laughing. Because you'd become so serious about this experience that you were having, and you can't just start laughing. And as you start laughing, it feels as if the world is laughing with you. And that wakes you up, and you notice everything around you, in you, outside of you. And you're just exquisitely thrilled with the fullness of wonder that exists in this world, the colorfulness that is present, the magical wonder that is there, the miraculousness that is also experienced ongoingly. And as you experience that, you allow yourself to receive its blessings. And as you receive its blessings, you step deeper and deeper and deeper into your abdominal cavity. And there's a huge release of energies that no longer serve you, that get taken out of your abdominal cavity. And there you are, feeling light, feeling recalibrated, feeling unleashed in unbridled joy. You experience what it feels like flowing in the flow of this child within you. You invoke and you activate the childlike wonderment, and you bring forth the flowing in flow of this experience. We're now going to anchor it in the human vibe attunement. This is a declaration from your soul being to your human form. And your human form, in the levels that we have connected with it, receives this acknowledgement. And here we go. The soul being acknowledging your human form, as acknowledging the human form with the biggest acknowledgement possible. It is acknowledging the human form by acknowledging itself as a human, receiving itself as a human, and accepting itself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. I acknowledge myself as a human. I receive myself as a human. I accept myself as a human. As you presence yourself here, in this childlike wonderment, connect to all that you can be thankful for, all that you can give thanks to about you, about your choices, about your relationships. Thankful for the basic construct of you. What aspects can you be thankful for? And it may be that you may think, I can't be thankful for everything, and that is fine, but there is more than enough that you can be thankful for. Give that thanks to you. And through you, you will be communicating that thanks to everyone that is connected to you in this lifetime, in previous lifetimes, in previous incarnations. Take a deep breath in, filling your body with love, kindness, and compassion. Notice that big beaming smile and swallow that smile. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Take your hands in front of your heart. Rub them against each other. Put them over your eyes. Open your eyes and then take them on top of your head, the back of your head, down your neck, down your shoulders. Do an energy sweep and blow. Continue the whole experience of sharing all that you are thankful for. That is you, that makes you, that represents you, that expresses you. And honor your own worthiness at every level. And as you do that, and as thoughts come in about that which you don't believe is worthy, don't ignore it, notice it, and unconditionally accept what is, and return to what is it that you can be thankful for. That which you don't like, that which doesn't serve, provides a contrast for that which does. So the human vibe attunement is complete. I always like to anchor these sessions with the word of completion. So please go ahead and share that word of completion in the chat. And we will, as always, have the session at 5:30 Pacific time. And this time, I have a very special Thanksgiving session that will come directly from presencing our Creator in our midst, in the center of our circle, communicating with each one that is here, that will join the call. It will be a transmission, and a Thanksgiving transmission at that. So I do understand that it would be either dinner time or just before dinner time, and it is Thanksgiving dinner. It's at 5:30, so if you can join, that would be wonderful. I will keep it shorter than usual so that we can presence this divine grace, even as we connect with our loved ones, even as we connect with every morsel of food that we take in, even as we connect with all the nurturing and nourishment that our being and the beings within our being that bless us with it. So it'll be the usual link unless I send you another link. I will sort this technical issue out. I'm sure it's not that big a deal. It just caused a problem today. So thank you all for bearing with me. Thank you for staying in there and joining us today at the start of this amazing Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving all. Yes, they just be beautiful to know your mom is here too, honoring her. Feeling the flow and loving it, exclamation, exclamation. Thanks for all that you give, and thank you for receiving it, Karen. And thank you for sharing yourself with us. Your presence is invaluable. Meena ji, thanks. Thanksgiving is about giving, thanks and sharing. Thank you. Aliveness, love, heart, anchored and magnificence. Champa flower smell. Jampalan in Balinese language it really is a real one. It's so amazing. Playfulness, expanded curiosity. Indeed, you will experience that more and more, Kelly, the expanded curiosity. Love and gratitude to all of you. Thanks, grateful and love. Asha, graceful, all-encompassing gratitude. Thank you, Janice. Gratitude and thanks and much, much love. Lots of love, Linda. Unleashed with boundless energy. Indeed, Peggy, go for it. Row away. Graceful, nurturing, nourishing, thanksgiving. So grateful for all the love in this magical group. Indeed, thank you. Sending much love to all. Thank you, Mynoo. Thank you, Phyllis. My friend Olive was with me in Kilala. Her word is light, columns of light from her hands versus crystals. Beautiful, playful wonderment, grace and gratitude, Mary Catherine. Great. So much to be thankful for. Blessed to be reminded. Thank you. Thanks, Cheryl. My cells are giggling. Yes. I love it. Thankful for all the reminder of the gift that we all have, the love inside us. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you, Vince. My word, thanksgiving and love. Happy Thanksgiving, Mynoo and all. Thank you, Mary Malloy. Thank you for this wonderful community. So grateful. Wow. Strong, sacred, seen, home, at home. Beautiful, divine. Woohoo. Yes. And you're spreading the flow, Tejasvi, with the Gangamar that is right there, under your feet, in front of you. Deepest gratitude as always, playing with my inner child. Blessed. Thank you. Bathed in orange and purple. Yes, indeed. Beautiful. Love and gratitude. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And for those of you who can join us, I will see you in a few hours. Thank you. Thank you, Justin, for helping out. Thank you. Enjoy this amazing day. Oh my God, who is that, Vince? Is that Bella or Henry or Sophie? It's just beautiful. I'm just going to add pin. There we go. How beautiful. Thank you. Look at that view. Thank you all. I'm going to end the meeting now. Thank you.